Okay, this will be a basic walkthrough of creating a 3D candle, and we'll be using Blender, the 2.56 version. The first step is we're going to of course need to clear out the default shape or cube that's loaded when you open up Blender. You can hit the X key, of course. We're going to have to bring in or call upon all the objects that we're going to need. We're going to use 4 different pieces, which is a candle, the actual flame, a base for it, and then the fuse, or what you would actually light for the candle. First, we're going to go ahead and let's bring upon the flame. We're going to use the isosphere. We'll come back for editing a little bit later. Next, we'll call upon the base. We're going to bring a torus or a ring feature that we'll edit as well. Also need for the candle, we'll use a cylinder. And what we're going to want to do right here when we first add the cylinder in is we're going to want to change the properties down here, and we're going to change the radius of the candle. We're going to bring it down to let's say around 8 or 9. Let's bring it down to the 8, around 7. 7. And the depth we're going to bring up to say around a 6. Okay. In order to create a more realistic candle, what we're going to want to do is add a modifier through the modifiers menu. Click down, and we're going to want to add this subdivision surface. And as you can see, this will kind of round out the camera somewhat, even though we still have the vertices or edges, which are kind of rough around the candle. And to eliminate that, we can go over here to the object tools and create the smooth feature under shading. It's pretty rounded out. And last but not least, we're going to want to add the fuse, or the candle piece of the candle that you will actually light. And this is of course going to need to be a lot smaller than this piece. See, that is going to be added to the top. And let's bring this radius down to say a 0.07, and the depth to a point around a 0.4, and move this with the G key. Okay, and to go ahead and make things a little bit simpler, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to make this a parent of to each other, so they follow and stay connected. Hit the shift key to select multiple items with the right mouse click, and control and the P key. Oops. Control P, select that, and as you see, when you select one, the second object will follow. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and modify our base. And what we're gonna do is select our torus ring and go into the edit mode. And we're gonna need to deselect with the A. And we're gonna need to select the inner ring. And to do a loop ring select, all you have to do is hold the Alt key along with the right mouse click. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and scale this down with the S key in order to create a plate feature that we'll set our candle upon. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and make our edits to our flame. Lost sight for a second. Okay. Of course, we're going to go into the edit mode to make these modifications and deselect. And we're going to want to grab one of the vertices at the top and hit the G key to move it. And our aim of what we're trying to make this look like is somewhat of a teardrop. Just do the best you can. And of course, you could always go into and subdivide these any kind of object in order to add more vertices and make it more detailed as you want. But the flame's pretty basic, so we should be able to keep it in the default amount for this ISO. And as you can see, we have somewhat of a teardrop. Doesn't quite look like a flame yet, but we're gonna get there. All right. Now, basically, what we're gonna want to do is line up our candle, and in order to get a little more organized in the outliner view, we can always go and change the names, and that's what we're gonna do right here in the object menu. It's our flame. The torus is our base. Fuse and our candle. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and line this up, and we're gonna place our candle on top of our base. And move the flame to the top.